Today is officially day one of me being homeless here in Alaska. I uprooted my whole entire life from Massachusetts to follow behind my husband, who has now abandoned me for his family. Something happened with his mom yesterday. Long story short, she put hands on me. She pretty much told me I was no longer welcome there at the house. He was pretty much condoning her behavior. Me and him started arguing. At that point, I was over it, so I slammed the door. All of a sudden, I heard his mom yelling, "Don't be slamming that effing door." Mind you, it's not her house. All I hear is her running up the stairs. I was not trying to fight with her. She said that I touched her. It was obviously an accident. If he wasn't pushing up on me in the first place, that would have never happened. All of a sudden, this woman shoves me. That was like the third time she put hands on me. I said, that was it. We got to fight. When me and Kennedy first got together, you and your mother was trying to bribe my husband to divorce me, talking about, oh, if you divorce her, we'll give you a car.
Don't just make it seem like you just got done wrong. There's no telling what type of energy you had as you're getting into it. If you riding and dying like that, and buddy still wanna leave you, there's something we don't know about. Caribbean woman bought a car for her man. He then leaves her homeless in Alaska. If you ain't hit that like and subscribe button, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Let's see what it's hitting for.
The Camaro that I financed under my name for my husband, who has now abandoned me for his good-for-nothing family. This is the car that I'm stuck with. It's really nice. Today is officially day one of me being homeless here in Alaska. And so, yes, guys, I am officially homeless. I'm currently here at this beautiful hotel here in Alaska. So it's not like I am on the streets, but I'm still homeless because I am without a permanent, stable place to stay for right now, but I will figure it out. Like,
how did y'all end up in Alaska with a new car?
Had to do.
And you're stranded there. How are you just in Alaska? You know what I'm saying? Like, is you from the United States? You from Canada? Like, you stay up in that type of area or something, like Washington or North Dakota or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I uprooted my whole entire life from Massachusetts to follow behind my husband, who has now abandoned me for his family. And so I am now out here alone, homeless, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Something happened with his mom yesterday. And long story short, she put hands on me. A lot of nasty things were said. She pretty much told me I was no longer welcome there at the house. Of course, Kennedy's still welcome because that's his family. So he stayed there. I begged him to come with me. I begged him. I said, babe, we can figure this out. You know, I hate when your family is in the middle of our affairs, because it's like, it's a recipe for disaster to have anyone really in the middle of a marriage. To have anyone involved in your relationship is a recipe for disaster. And since we've been here, his family has been all up in our business, all up in our Kool-Aid, in between our marriage, saying this, saying that, whispering in his ears, and it's like there's no privacy. And so I said, look, let's leave. Let's figure it out. Let's stay at a hotel for as long as we can. Get an Airbnb, something. Find us an apartment. But we don't need to depend on your family. We don't need to depend on your grandma. You've seen the way they've treated us, treated you. Like, let's just go. And he told me no. I said, so you're gonna choose your family, your good-for-nothing family at that. And, you know, he's told me everything that his family has ever done to him. They abandoned him at an early age. He was forced to be on the streets at 14, 15, living from place to place, bouncing from place to place, because his family gave up on him and abandoned him. And we bonded over that. Pretty much it was like trauma bonding, because I also experienced similar situations with my family where I felt alone, and I wasn't necessarily abandoned by my family, but I was abused a lot. And eventually I left home to join the military, and I never really looked back. And so we bonded over the fact that our families weren't the best, and all we had really was each other. So for you to now choose that situation over your wife, especially knowing that I gave up everything to move here with you, is crazy. And the reason why my husband had to move here to Alaska is because years ago, he had a warrant out for his arrest, and he fled the state instead of staying here and taking care of the warrant. He fled the state. He got into an accident. It was him and his friend. His friend got permanently injured from the accident, so his friend is currently still in a hospital. and it's now 2024. So yeah, and this happened back in like 2017, I believe 2018. So he finally decided to take care of the situation. That's why we're back here in Alaska. He's looking into house arrest, but of course with house arrest you have to have stability, you have to have established yourself here in the States. So he got a job even before we got here, and so when we got here he started to work like 2 days later. And the reason why he feels like, I guess he has to stay with his grandma is because it's stable, and he feels like we won't get an apartment or something more permanent in time for him to apply for his house arrest, because it takes about 30 days.
Okay, I thought I missed something. So he caught a case or whatever, ran, fled, met you, and you went back to Alaska with him, and y'all been staying with his parents. And so now he's choosing his parents over you, because you this video, you know what I'm saying, you haven't really done nothing to show that you're crazy. But I could just tell that you're crazy, cause you pulled out the vlog camera, or you turned your iPhone to the side. You know what I'm saying? You turned it to the side. You turned your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever the hell you turned it to the side. Not a regular portrait video. No. You're really trying to be professional. You're really trying to go somewhere with your content. You know what I'm saying? So we could see how you are. You know what I'm saying? Without you really putting it all out there. You know what I'm saying? I can only speculate, though. I can only assume as of right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's saying that he has less than 30 days. Well, I don't know. It's complicated. So that's pretty much why we're here. I didn't really want to be here. My plan initially was to stay in Massachusetts, have him come alone. But how could I, as a wife, allow my husband to deal with something like this alone? So we don't have that kind of money to get a second vehicle. This vehicle was already expensive enough. We had to pay $6,000 on a down payment for a 15.
I mean, yeah, she did some real shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Dude told her he was fighting the case and this and that, and he got to go back to Alaska. I don't know when y'all got married, how long y'all were together or whatever, but she did that. You know what I'm saying? She went out there and was riding. You know what I'm saying? So what she just said, they ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? And she just bought the first car. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you not crazy. You might be. You gotta be some type of crazy though. If you riding and dying like that, you know what I'm saying? You buying a Camaro, and buddy still wanna leave your ass, is something we don't know about, bro. It's something we don't know about.
But how could I, as a wife, allow my husband to deal with something like this alone? So we don't have that kind of money to get a second vehicle. This vehicle was already expensive enough. We had to pay $6,000 on a down payment for a $15,000 vehicle. I still have close to 10 grand left to pay off on the loan. It's like we can't afford. On top of that, our insurance is.
So y'all agreed to get the car together.
$500 some dollars, because initially it was only 200 and something, but when I had to add my husband to the insurance, it bumped up because my husband has had a lot of accidents and stuff in the past, so we can't afford another vehicle. And so I was like, what? Why is she so mad that I asked my husband?
I thought I was getting, boy, they wanted 500. Well, that's actually not bad. That's actually, I don't know why I'm looking and look. Nigga, when I have my Mercedes, bro, even if, bro, I'm driving a goddamn hoopty right now, bro. Because if y'all don't know, someone hit my fucking Mercedes, bro, and totaled it. Well, they hit somebody else and they both slid and hit me. You know what I'm saying? They wanted this was a couple years ago. They wanted $500 and some dollars a month for full coverage. Nigga, no, it don't matter what insurance company I went to, they all wanted $500. I'm like, dog, what? You know what I'm saying? My payment was only $200 a month. Not even, it's $180. I'm still paying a little something on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because the insurance money and all that, you know, the bitch ain't have no insurance. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga only had liability. You know what I'm saying? So nigga, what? But the bank insurance came in clutch. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't enough to pay off my loan, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But
that, now that I think about it, that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But
vehicle, that's mine. And so I was just
still hot.
And I called my husband. I said, you know what? Look, I am going to give the vehicle over to you guys. Since it's such a problem that I'm asking for the key to a vehicle that I own, it's under my name, I said, what we can do is go to the car dealership, you and your mom, since your family always wants to be bragging about how $80,000 is nothing to them. They always want to brag about their multiple houses and properties and money that they have in the bank. I said, why don't your mom help you then? So then, my husband came and he was trying to reason with me. He was pretty much condoning her behavior. And I was like, nah, like, you see, this is what I'm talking about. I don't feel protected by you. I told him straight up, I do not feel protected by you. I feel like, you don't put me first. Don't you see that's ruining our relationship? And so me and him started arguing back and forth. I don't know where his mom went at that point, but at that point I was over it. So I slammed the door. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be dealing with this shit no more. I really don't want to argue in the first place. So I simply slammed my room door. All of a sudden, I heard his mom yelling, don't be slamming that effing door, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, it's not her house. All I hear is her running up the stairs. Mind you, she is...
Whose house is it? Well, you said it was his grandma's house, so that's so his mama's staying with her mama. You know what I'm saying?
Drunk. Like, this woman stays drinking. This woman drinks like 12 cans of beer every day. She's an alcoholic.
But still, you don't need to be slamming doors in nobody's house that ain't your, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Ain't your house. Well, that's his grandma's house, and his mama said something about it. You know what I'm saying? That's her house too. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
And I know how crazy she gets when she starts drinking. So I already expected her to try to do something. But at the same time, like, what she did next caught me by surprise, guys. So anyways, all I hear is her running up the stairs. Boom, boom, boom. I told you not to slam that effing door. This woman busts down the door. Mind you, I am naked in my room. I had just hopped out the shower, guys. I am naked. I literally had to grab a blanket and cover myself real quick because this woman busts through the door. I said, yo, don't you see I'm naked? What are you doing? Like, you're invading my privacy.
Ain't you slamming doors?
What's so crazy is the day before, I had a long sit down with her, a talk with her about people in the house invading my privacy. I remember one time, me and my husband, we were about to get it in, yo.
See, bro, this is her side of the story. There's no telling what type of energy you had, you know what I'm saying, as you're getting into it. And what made you slam that door. Clearly, you're slamming doors. You know what I'm saying? So there's no telling what type of energy you had towards those situations. We only hearing your side of the story, and of course you're gonna make yourself look innocent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just put nothing on you though, because what it sounds like to me and what you're really saying, you know what I'm saying, what you are saying, is dude did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? He chirping honestly, but it's a reason why he did what he did though, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why, and we're not gonna know that reason because of course you're not gonna tell us. You're not gonna expose it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And tell me why his cousin bust down the door. Like, my husband's thing was dang near about to slide in, and this cousin bust down the door while we're about to do it. Luckily, the room was dark, so we couldn't really see, but I'm like, what the heck? And so I literally had to sit down and talk with his mom about that, about me feeling disrespected, about people not understanding boundaries and not respecting my boundaries and all that. And she turns around and does the same thing to me. So then we're arguing back and forth, whatever. I tell her, get out of my room multiple times. She wouldn't leave. Eventually, after we were done arguing, she left. Fine. Boom. I thought that was over with. I'm packing my stuff up to leave, yo. So her breast is literally touching my breast because we're about the same height. And so I simply tried to maneuver my way away from her because, number one, I was not trying to fight with her. Number two, I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here in Alaska. I am a black woman here in Alaska, and as y'all know by now, this is a white family. They can say anything to police. The next thing, I'm the one being arrested. So I was like, oh, heck nah, right? So I try to get myself out of the situation. And mind you, again, she is pressed up on me. So, of course, if I maneuver, I'm going to touch her a little bit.
I kind of should have known he was white whenever she said he was from Alaska.
I was not trying to fight with her. I guess when I maneuvered, she said that I touched her. But again, it was obviously an accident. And guess what? If he wasn't pushing up on me in the first place, that would have never happened. All of a sudden, this woman shoves me, right? Cool. I still never did anything. I kept it cool. Then she goes to punch me in the shoulder. That was like the third time she put hands on me, and I said that was it. So I like, yeah.
So she just put your hands on you because you slammed the door. You must have slammed the door more than once. or something. You feel me though? Like it's two sides to every story, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it takes two to tango for there to be a conflict. You know what I'm saying? At least two. Not all the time, because you can have conflicts with you, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Like, she got one more time to put hands on me, and then she put her hands on me one more time, and yeah, we got to fighting, okay? So I shoved her down on the ground.
Oh,
I'm
y'all
not
was
proud
fighting.
of it. Since then, I've asked God for
You
forgiveness.
pushed his mama to the
really
floor. And you probably beat their ass because you just said they were white. You know what I'm saying? Which don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's a white lady. You know what I'm saying? A white lady versus a black lady in a fight. Who do you think is going to win? 9.9 times out of 10. I thought so.
Since then, I've asked God for forgiveness because this woman really got me out of character. Shoved her on the ground. She started looking up at me with water in her eyes, like she was so surprised that happened. It's like, you
That's
did
what
what
I'm
you did.
saying. You're not telling the
right?
people don't be telling. She's not telling the full story, bro. She's not telling the full story.
Here I went, I grabbed my stuff. I said, you think I forgot when me and Kennedy first got together? Not even a few months in, both you and your mother was trying to bribe my husband to divorce me, talking about, oh, if you divorce her, we'll give you a car. Literally. And tell me why my husband was actually considering it.
A what? Oh, a car.
Literally. And about, oh, if you divorce her, we'll give you a car. Literally. And tell me why my husband was actually considering it. Talking about, oh, babe, let's just pretend that we're divorced so we can get the vehicle and then we'll get remarried. You know, he was even saying, oh, let's go through with the divorce and show them, because they wanted to see the proof. They wanted to see proof that
That's
my
crazy.
husband divorced me.
His family was telling him that they'll buy him a whole car. You're some type of problem, bro. And you're not gonna expose yourself, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But don't just make it seem like you just got done wrong, because it's a reason. If you was such a real one and you was able to get the car, which you moved out there to Alaska, you know what I'm saying? You was a real one. We need his side of the story. It'll make sense of why he's doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Me talking about, oh, if you divorce her, we'll give you a car. Literally. And tell me why my husband was actually considering it. Talking about, oh, babe, let's just pretend that we're divorced so we can get the vehicle and then we'll get remarried. You know, he was even saying, oh, let's go through with the divorce and show them, because they wanted to see the proof.
Yeah, and what happened this time, he realized that his family was right about your ass.
They wanted to see proof that my husband divorced me. Mind you, they had no reason to have a problem with me, right? But they tried to bribe my husband to divorce me so that they can give him a vehicle, guys. I kid you not. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. And so I remember I had even told his cousin about that situation. I said, yeah, like your grandma was really trying to bribe.
Hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Is this something she's not telling us, bro? It's definitely something she's not. Anytime, bro, even myself, you know what I'm saying? We're all human. We're not going to sit there and expose ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real with myself, and you know what I'm saying? Hell, I'll keep it real about myself to the YouTube, to the pub, to you know what I'm saying? But not everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that we're human. We're not going to expose ourselves like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if we do keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to expose yourself like that. And people that ain't real, you know what I'm saying? They really not going to expose themselves for anything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, man. 2 I put a 9. If you made it to the end of this video and you bored, check out this video to the left or check out my music to the right. I just dropped some new shit, so y'all go run that up. But I'll get at y'all on the next one, man. I'm gone. 2 I put a 9.
This shit is in me, it ain't on me, you can't scrub it off. I've been riding by my lonely on that paper walk. And why you call your homies cause they bound to talk. Yeah, I've been focused on my chicken.